What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers Podcast, episode 89. Let's fucking go. We have so much going on. There are...
So much, but so little.
Yes.
Yep.
There are four, in reality, five kind of meaningful events, but we're only going to talk about four of them coming up over from Thursday to Saturday. We got KSW Saturday, but we never talk about them. But we got PFL, we got 2-1 events, we got UFC on Saturday. So much to get into, but also not really at the same time, as Kate said. It's a whole lot, but a whole little at the same time. Before we get into all of that, like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Let's fucking go. Maybe drop a comment on the video. It always helps out. Yeah. But first one we're going to get into is PFL. They are finally starting their regular season for the year of 2024. PFL 1 taking place in San Antonio, Texas. We got heavyweights and we got the new female flyweight division for the tournament this year in PFL. Obviously, PFL has been making just a whole lot of moves, just changing things up, trying to do a lot of big shit. How are you guys feeling about this first card heading into this new season?
I only care about two fighters, in all honesty, on this card.
There's a couple of fighters that are kind of interesting to me on this one, but it isn't much.
I mean, I feel like a lot of times when it comes into PFL, there's always just those few names that it's like, oh, I like them. And then you end up watching the cards and you find new people to like.
Yes.
So I'm not really too pressed about not knowing them. But overall, it's not like a very exciting card looking at it, you know?
100%. Not a whole lot of star power on it, for sure, like you said, heading in. Ante Dalia in the main event, he was a former PFL champion. I think it might have been 2021 he won it. But I know he did win the title at one point. He's taken on Valentin Moldavsky, who was, I believe, Bellator interim heavyweight champion at a point. But, both of them solid fighters, just no hype going into that. Co-main, nothing really there either. The first fight that I'm interested on the card is Liz Carmouche versus Juliana Velasquez, which the actual fight itself, don't really care too much because this is the trilogy. They fought twice not too long ago when Liz went over to Bellator, got the belt off of Juliana. Kind of a controversial stoppage. People thought it was too early, so there's like, all right, run it back right away, and just destroys her even easier. Been finishing all of her opponents since, just like been looking absolutely amazing. My biggest question though is, I didn't think Liz Carmouche at 40 years old was going to enter this tournament. I was hoping so, but I did not think that was likely. Do you think at 40 years old she's going to be able to compete consistently and make it through this tournament as potentially a winner?
I honestly have no idea.
Because I think skill for skill, all the people that are in this tournament on like a single night, just like match made whatever, I think Liz Carmouche can honestly beat every single one of them.
Probably, but the problem is that obviously the biggest fight is the last fight in November after having already fought 3 times in the course of like 2 months apart each. And at that point, you're going to be fighting the best person. So at that point, she's going to be fighting most likely either Tyler or Dakota.
Yes.
And both of those are just tough ass fights, especially for it to be your 4th fight that year.
Hell yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Because it's like, for so many fighters we've seen go over into PFL and they want to enter like the tournament, they take it a weight class up because it's just too much to cut that much. 40 years old, like obviously she's definitely much more made for 125, but she was a former bantamweight at one point in her career. Like, that's fucking rough, man. That's so much. Good for her, and so much respect for even attempting this. Like, still obviously heading into the first one, but that's fucking crazy, man. Here you go.
No, I was gonna just say, that's insane that 40 years old is willing to do this, because there are a lot of people where I'm like, that's not a good idea.
Yeah. It's like not like never was like considered the greatest fighter, or like, even in like the top, just never really got the love or anything from the fans, just a whole lot of respect. And she has just been an absolute monster since going over to Bellator. I know people just look at it as like, oh, well, she was all right in the UFC, and like, now she's fighting lesser competition. So it's like, but I don't know. It's still just the fact of having what I think it was 7-0 in Bellator with 6 finishes throughout that.
Yes.
It's like fucking her age. That's just incredible. I love to see it. It makes me happy. So she can grab a PFL title. That's awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the next one, as you mentioned, one of her potential toughest matchups in this division, if it goes out and it plays out that way, is Dakota Dacheva. She won the PFL Europe title last year.
She's young, she's tall, she's long, like she's just a monster. She's 25, 5'8" with the 70-inch reach at 125, 10-0, and she's only been to decision once.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has finished all of her opponents except for one of them, and that was earlier-ish. It was halfway through. It was her 5th fight. You know what I mean? So either way, it's just that's fucking insane.
Yeah, right before getting into PFL, and then on the biggest stage has just been dominating in the same consistent way that she generally has been. That I am very excited because it's just like, especially like 125 pounds, just lighter female side. It's like you don't see someone that's consistently finishing fights like that. So it's like you said, 25 years old, long and tall for the division. Bro, she could probably do some nasty things in this fucking weight class.
Former kickboxer, was 10-1 in kickboxing.
Yeah, this is very solid. Heading into this one, did she get a replacement fighter? No, it was someone else. Okay. I thought it was a opponent replacement.
Who?
Dakota. But,
no, it was Tyler.
But Lisa Malden, she is 6-3 compared to 10-0 of Dakota, and Dakota is a minus 1350 favorite heading into this one according to Tapology.
Yeah.
She should win this in spectacular fashion. I have no doubts in my mind. Lisa, 33 years old, a little bit smaller. Yeah, only 3 losses, all by decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dakota just gets her out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other fights on the card, it's heavyweight and 125, so there you are, not the PFL's most stacked divisions at all.
No.
Blagoy Ivanov, though, he's making his PFL debut. I'm excited for that. He was always my boy, consistent number 15 UFC heavyweight division, but those days has passed, and he's on to bigger and better things, looking for that $1 million check in PFL. Let's fucking go. I don't know anything about his opponent, so I'm just going to hope that Blagoy wins in classic old man fashion. He just gets a nice decision win.
I mean, that's more than likely going to happen. But I mean, this dude's last fight, he got a spinning back kick KO. He
has lost by DQ.
Yes.
Punches to the back of the head.
Punches the back of the head.
High roll fortune. Very nice. But yeah, it's just Blagoy, so it's just, a little bit of a mention there.
Yeah.
Last little
Another
mention.
one of Jimmy's random boys.
Yeah, gotta love him, Last little mention on this card, we got Tyler Santos also making her PFL debut. A very weird thing when she just kind of just got announced that she was out the UFC, was just very unexpected, just out of nowhere. But
I mean, I really think that her contract was just up, and she probably saw, she just lost to Erin. The potential of the title shot was just seeming further and further away. It's like, why not go try for $1 million?
Yeah. Her last 2 fights in the UFC were a loss to Valentina for the title, and then a loss to Erin.
Exactly. So it's like, with Hav already fighting for the title and then losing the next fight, it's like, with that just,
That's where it just sucks too, because so many people fucking thought that she even won that fight against Valentina. She did very well in that fight.
But I mean, if she's not here to build up her name and she's just trying to live her life and make some money, PFL is definitely the way to go with it.
Oh hell, fucking yeah! I mean, it's one of those things, because you would think that, especially with the start of a new division, it would probably be just one of those things oh, Tyler, a very good fighter in that division, she's gonna come in here easy sweep. Bro, there's so much potential for this to be hard for her. Yeah. Having to get through both Dakota and Liz, if it goes that way, that's no easy task at all.
No matter what, it's potentially any of those 3 are going to be matched up against each other in the semifinals anyway. It's gonna already be your 3rd fight, and it's gonna be an extremely hard fight.
So I'm definitely excited to see how PFL this seasons just kind of pick up this year. And yeah, it's just one of those things where especially with now how they have like the super fight division that they're trying to do and everything, you're not going to get any of their stars heading into the tournaments at all. It's just going to, you'll have like some bigger names, people that just want to do the tournament like year in, year out, but you're just going to get the stars being made from the tournament. So it'll just consistently get more exciting as it moves on throughout the year. But that is the quick little mention of PFL 1 for 2024. Let's fucking go. And that's on Thursday. This Friday, we also have some events. We got 2-1 events. We got their Friday fight card in the morning, 7:30 Eastern time start for that. Very rough, but it's going to be worth it. They have some fun fights on that. Superbon, he is back in the main event. Interim 1 featherweight championship against Murat Grigorian in a rematch. Both of them been kind of a little bit up and down lately. Superbon lost his last one. Murat won his last one. Superbon won the first fight, so just be kind of interesting to see, like, just if Murat's getting better, Superbon maybe getting a little bit older, just, who knows, however it's going. He's still only 33 years old, though, but with Thai fighters, you never know, you know what I mean? Like, they accumulate so much damage and so much fights, it's like
From way too young of an age.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just absolutely crazy. But that should be a good fight. I'm very excited for that. Just one Muay Thai, honestly, is just the greatest shit. Muay Thai with fucking the MMA gloves, it's so much fun. I love it. Co-main event, though. One, it would be strawweight title on the line, John DeBella versus Prajan Chai in this one. This is also going to be a very fun fight. Looks like Chatri is trying to send fucking Prajan Chai to get rid of their fucking Italian champions and just get the Thais back running this shit. But this should I forgot it is kickboxing main event. I fucked that one up. I thought it was Muay Thai. Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's both kickboxing, Muay Thai in the feature bout, Muay Thai. Basically, down the rest of the card, it looks like it's Muay Thai.
Yeah, because Tapology changed the shit, so like the different sports are like the different colors, and so I just keep on having it in my head that Muay Thai is blue. So I just kind of assume
kickboxing, Muay Thai are both blue. Unfortunately,
sad. They should switch that up.
Yeah, they should.
But
yeah,
John DeBella, Prajan Chai, that should also be a very fun fight. Both of them for a title, gonna be 5 rounds. So let's fucking go. Nong-O on the card. He's had a little bit of a rough streak lately. 2 fights back to back and knocked out fucking Nico Carrillo, I believe.
Yeah,
and
Jonathan Haggerty.
Yeah, it's
Haggerty.
2 monsters.
2 monsters. Also 37 years old. That's just rough as hell to be fighting at. It's gonna be hard. But this dude is always down for a good scrap, win or lose. Fucking always trying to go for the finish. So that should be a very fun fight in that one. You got some other fights on the card. Motherfucking the man that yields to no one, right, Kate? He's back, Sexon. Greatest nickname in Muay Thai. You just can't fucking
greatest name in combat sports. Period.
Bro, I love this guy. Yeah. And he's been on a great run, so good for him.
Yeah, and it's because it's like, I don't know, there are so many people that it's like, just off the top of my head, like Anthony Smith, like Lionheart, it's just like, oh yeah, like, he really fights to like that style. Yeah. This dude, he really just like nonstop is going forward. It does not fucking matter. Like it's ridiculous.
To no man.
I fucking love it. So that should be a very good and fun card on a Friday morning. But then they also got Amazon Prime card, One Fight Night 21 in the afternoon, nighttime. Main event, also kickboxing, but it's motherfucking Regine Ursel, and this dude is a fucking monster. He is so fucking good. I believe he is the lightweight kickboxing and Muay Thai champ. Yeah. Defending the kickboxing one in this one. I'm pretty sure he said that in the last one he wanted to get 5 title defenses on both Muay Thai and kickboxing. So I'm not exactly sure where he's at on all of those, but I don't know. This dude, he had a lot of decisions in one. Last 2 fights got beautiful finishes. He's really looking to just kind of change his style around, just start getting more of those finishes, and dude's just exciting as hell.
Yeah.
Easily one of the best fucking just like strikers in one. Like, yeah, dude is so fucking good. Co-main event though, Kate, your boy, he's back. Are you ready? Are you excited?
Yeah. I mean, I am, but my boy?
Yeah, Ty Rotolo.
Yeah, no, I fuck with Ty Rotolo, but I definitely do prefer Cade style better.
Yeah, it's true. You love them both, though.
I do love them both.
They're your boys, but he's back defending his welterweight title for submission grappling in one championship. It's a lot of with a lot of the one fights, it's like, all right, yeah, the champions are easy to know, easy to love, but their challengers, it's just like, all right, who are they kind of pushing for in this one? With the grappling, it is even more that way. Like, I will never know one of these fucking people heading into, like, as a challenger. It's just not happening. No disrespect.
It's hard. They just be trying to find people, and they will pull them off of random places. So this guy came from Polaris.
All right, this is a very solid promotion, so.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, it's Ty, it's submission grappling, so it should be some good fun. Let's fucking go. Sewell Black's on the card. That should be good. Fucking, I do want to give a quick little mention. Fucking Ben Tynan, Vanilla Thunder, 5-0, heavyweight from Canada. He's just funny to me. He got a submission in his last one, but if he gets a win here, I feel like probably not too bad of a fight that they could probably put together is him versus Amir Alakbari. I feel like that would probably be a fun one. Because it's like, I'm sure they're trying to get Amir into a title fight and stuff, but it's like after that, I feel like you just got to have him in a different fight after the Arjun one. You know what I mean? That was just such dog shit. It just is terrible.
So bad.
But we do also have Cade Ruotolo on this card at a 180-pound catch weight. Like we said, they be pulling people. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. But he's facing off against Francisco Lowe. Tapology has nothing about him.
Crazy.
Nothing at all. Everything is NA, basically. Other than that, he's from Brazil, and he's 6'1". Only stats we got, so let's fucking go. But yeah, one championship is a lot of the fights, it's like, only kind of know one of the people, but they usually end up delivering on most of their cards, so.
Let's go Cade by buggy choke.
That would be fucking awesome. I would love that.
He has at least 2 on his record.
I did not know that. Let's fucking go. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I watched their video for the buggy choke.
Yup.
Cade and Ty buggy choke fucking tutorial on fucking YouTube. Go check it out. Very nice. But those are the one events on Friday. Let's fucking go. That takes us into Saturday, UFC. The final stretch of bullshit fight nights up until UFC 300. And I think this is the most bullshit out of all of the fight nights that we've had, honestly.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it is not great at all. The main event, it is good. It is fun. It could have been better. It should have been better. We were supposed to have Brendan Allen versus Marvin Vettori. I was very excited for that. Brendan Allen finally getting his shot against a top 5 opponent in the middleweight division after the run he's been on. He deserved it. But good old Marv had to pull out of that fight. So the UFC did what they had to do and book in short notice Chris Curtis. One, because Chris Curtis will fight any motherfucker in the division basically at any time. And two, they probably don't really like Brendan Allen that much or care for him. So it's just like, why not give him someone that he's lost to and got finished before? You know what I mean?
Which I do find hilarious, like you say that, but also they were like, yeah, sure, have your purple shorts. Like, just the dichotomy of the UFC. Like, we care enough that maybe we'll get more interest if we allow this. But also, fuck you.
Maybe they just think that he'll win.
Maybe. That's definitely a possibility. It's like Chris Curtis is obviously very hit or miss. He can be very up and down in just how he actually performs. It just... It's just not that consistent of a fighter. And Brendan Allen has just been dominating his fucking UFC opponents in what I think it's 5 or 6 in a row now. 6 in a row.
Since he lost to Chris Curtis.
Yes. Yeah, Chris Curtis, his last loss, and then 6 wins in there with 5 rear naked choke finishes. So absolutely beautiful. Does he get his win back, and does he get a rear naked choke win in this one?
I mean, it's entirely possible. Chris Curtis isn't the best on the ground, but like, if Brendan isn't smart, I feel like he could get knocked out again.
I feel like Brendan definitely should be able to win this one.
Yes.
It's just one of those things. I just have the feeling that he's gonna lose.
Anything can happen, you know?
Yeah. I feel you on that one. This is definitely one of those ones where I'm like, yeah, Brendan should win, but
is Chris Curtis about to be at the high end of the top 10?
I was about to say, is Chris Curtis about to be at like number 6 or whatever? Like wherever Brendan, where's Brendan right now? 6?
I believe
he about to be number 7.
Yeah, because Paulo would definitely get bumped up for sure. Yeah. I don't know, man. And it just sucks because it's like Chris 100% can win this fight again, but moving up from there, I feel like he's just fucked against everyone. I don't think there's a single person in that top 5 that he beats in a fight.
No. Well, I think him and Strickland, if it was for the title, would fight, but maybe not before that. Izzy, no. Whitaker, no. Cannonier probably knocks him out. Marvin Vettori, he does not beat Marvin.
Yeah,
he doesn't beat Paulo. Doesn't beat Nasruddin.
Yeah, I mean that's like that's even.
Well, I know I'm going further down, but that's my point though. Is he could win, but
exactly, and that would just be so shitty for Brendan Allen too if he does get like TKO'd here or something like that, because I definitely favor his chances against the people at the top of this division much more than Chris Curtis.
Oh, 100%.
But we will have to see if Brendan Allen is able to keep that streak going. All in Allen versus Chris Curtis. Let's fucking go. A very average Apex main event. Not even a good Apex main event, just average.
Yeah.
And then, did I forget mention it as Apex? Because the drop off, right? Ooh, co-main event. I could not remember this one at any point in time until I just had to look it up. Alexander Hernandez versus Damon Jackson. This is so bad. There is easily a much better fight to put in the co-main event because you have a former champ on this card. Easily should have been the co-main. We'll get there though. What do you guys feel about this fight?
What is there to feel? Like, in all honesty, what is there to feel?
Disappointment, regret.
It's just a fight. I don't even give a shit. We're so close to 300 at this point that I don't even care. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm just like, cool, whatever, fights.
No, I
get on with it. Like,
I know it's struggling, but we do got a pretty decent prospect in the featured bout. Morgan Charrier fighting out of France, taking on Chepe Mariscal, who has fought a lot of solid people outside of the UFC in his career on his way up. Lost to some of them, beat some of the others, but very good. Fights with fucking Steve Garcia, Joe Anderson Brito, Yusuf Zalal, Pat Sabatini, Bryce Mitchell, Carlos Deaton III, Gregor Gillespie. Yeah, like literally all of these guys he fought outside of the UFC, and every single one of them have made it to the UFC, and some of them have had very good careers since then.
In his 6th amateur fight, fought someone who's only known as CA.
Nice.
That's really funny. But yeah, Chepe solid. Morgan Charrier, he is very good as well. I was just rewatching his UFC debut earlier, and definitely a very patient fighter. Just works behind the 1-2 wells. Got very good kicks behind him, and just
those body kicks.
Yeah, like obviously the finish was beautiful, but like that fucking first body kick he threw in the fight off the lead side so fast up to the liver, shit was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, those fucking stabbing front kicks right to the solar plexus. Same spot twice in a row to finish it. Beautiful shit right there.
Beautiful.
Neither of them have the greatest record heading into this one. 19-9-1 for Morgan, 15-6 for Chepe Mariscal. But both of them are solid, and I do expect a very fun fight out of this. If Morgan's able to get a finish here, that'd be very good for him for sure.
Yeah.
We got some more prospects on the card, though. Next fight down the card, Ignacio Bahamondes. My boy is back versus Christos Giago. Giagos, this dude is only 34 years old? That is kind of crazy.
Christos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this man was way older than what he is. Had his first UFC fight in 2014. Against Gilbert Burns. Took some losses, got cut. But, yeah, he is not a great fighter. I really thought he was like 37, 38.
I'm back in your debut, and your re-debut. Your second time around, Charles Oliveira.
Yeah. Very nice. But, Ignacio Bahamondes, he was on a nice little streak, getting a couple finishes, 3-fight win streak. Lost to Ludovic Klein in his last one, but Ludovic's very solid fighter, very good fun.
Christos?
Ignacio?
Oh, Ignacio. I thought you were talking about Christos still. And I'm like, what?
No, yeah. Ignacio. But I just feel like this is a setup fight for Bahamondes to get back on the winning track.
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
After taking that L, but knowing that he's just fun, exciting, people like him, they're like, all right, let's get you another fun knockout, buddy.
Yeah.
Or just another fun finish, period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might get a choke on him, but he
could.
He should just be able to fuck him up. You
Christos,
got Johnny Walker's
man.
brother making his debut on this card, you know?
I didn't
Against
realize he was a
Presky.
heavyweight, so I no longer give a shit if I'm going to be honest.
He's just a sizist, you know?
A heavyweightist. His nickname is the Clean Monster.
There's
26
no
years
way.
old, 11-0, 6-6 with an
how old?
81.1 inch reach. 26.
This dude's picture looks like he's 45.
That's what I was about to say. This dude looks like he looks like his older brother.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Nickname really is the Clean Monster. I did not catch that at all.
I mean, he got a good amount of finishes, but he went to decision 4 times in a row, and I don't like that.
His style makes
Okay.
fights, Kate. You know, he's fighting Lucas Bredsky.
Yeah.
He's 0-3 in the UFC.
He's gonna go out there and knock him out, hopefully.
Hopefully. Let's go.
Hopefully. I mean, he's
He only went
won
knocked out once.
2 fights via retirement. One of them in round 4.
That was his last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 seconds into round 4.
It's very nice. But yeah, rounding out the main card, Trevor Peek, Charlie Gamble. That's gonna be some good old sloppy fun. That should just honestly be like just slobber knocker.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers
Yes.
are getting gassed early in that one.
Someone's going out.
Hopefully,
I was
if that
about to
fight
say,
makes it past minute 7, ooh, we're gonna be looking at a heavyweight fight right there, folks.
I mean, if I remember correctly, Trevor Peek looked much better in his last fight after
Yes.
losing that decision to Chepe Mariscal and like dying
Yes.
after the first round.
Yeah.
So maybe it won't be too bad from his part, but either way, let's just hope for a first round finish.
Yes. Let's fucking go.
I mean, shit. Trevor never been knocked out. Charlie been knocked out once.
Yeah, I fucking was rewatching the fucking highlights of him versus Chris Duncan on Contender Series. That shit was fucking That was such a wild fight. Charlie was teeing off on him for so long, almost had him out of there, and then just boom, big right hand just sits him down nasty. Yeah, so good. Yeah, Trevor Peek might be able to win this one. He should probably win.
I feel like he should. But that's also my boy, so, you know.
Yeah. Good old Trevor Peek. Let's go. Taking us into the prelims. I know I got what I want to talk about. Is there anything that you guys care on this prelim card other than the obvious thing I'm going to bring up?
No, I'll let you have it because there ain't shit to talk about.
Yeah.
Take the floor.
My fucking girl, she's finally back. The Iron Lady, Jermaine Durandamy. Ooh, as soon as Amanda Nunes retired, she was like, this is my fucking chance to get a UFC title once again. There's finally no one in the division that I don't want to fight. I'll actually defend the title if I get it. 39 years old. Legend. 7-2 in the UFC. Both of those losses only coming to Amanda Nunes. Could have had a third if she decided to fight Chris Cyborg, but she said, hell no. That was a pretty disgraceful moment for her career.
That whole situation was disgraceful.
I think I am the only person that is still a fan of her after that Holly Holm fight and then her getting stripped of the belt. Or I think she decided to vacate because she didn't want to get stripped. I forget exactly how it played out.
No, she got stripped.
Okay, but yeah, she lost her title because she wasn't going to fight Chris Cyborg, even though that's what the division was made for.
Yep.
But shit happens, you know? She got that fucking title.
Mm-hmm.
She's got that belt at home somewhere, maybe.
I appreciate her because her last win was choking out Juliana Pena, so...
And she one punch Aspen Ladd before that 16 seconds into the first
true.
round.
Yep.
So true.
Aspen Ladd just went out there just fucking all movie and stupid like she does and just fucking boom, got sat down and the ref was like, nah, it's shit is over. I loved it. That was so good. That was after one of her terrible weight cuts, though. Pretty sure that's when she was like stumbling off the scale and shit. It was really bad.
Yeah.
But
you kept saying for the longest time, watch, Nunes is retired, GDR is coming back, and I'm just saying, no. Why?
He has been saying it for a very long time.
He has.
And then that shit was announced.
Like, legitimately was saying it. Like,
she's here, brother. She's here.
Actually came back.
Finally gets to witness a GDR fight live. But I'm so scared. She never quite really figured out the grappling thing that much. I mean, you know, she got the choke over Juliana, but Juliana sucks. You know, it's like, she's not the greatest grappler at all. That is how Amanda easily beat her in both of their fights. But Norma can definitely pin her up against the cage, work towards takedowns. Like, that is easily a path to victory. So I just really hope that she doesn't get controlled for like 13 minutes of this 15-minute fight, and I just be very sad, you know?
Right. I was about to say.
Because that's possible.
Nunes was saying it was even easier to take her down than the first fight in their second fight. So,
all right, but also the last time that Norma made 135 was pre-UFC, allegedly. It doesn't show what she weighed in at.
She's never fought 135 in the UFC?
The one time she was booked, she missed weight at 139.5.
That's so funny.
Wait,
she is
that's against Macy?
No.
Oh, sorry. I am sorry. I have
but she missed,
sitting in
but
the
she
way
has
of
missed
my
weight
topology.
multiple times. She was supposed to fight Erin Blanchfield, but she also weighed in at 139.5 because they were gonna fight at 135.
Actually.
Yeah.
Damn,
sorry, I didn't realize that Nubby was in the way.
You're good. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Ashley Evans Smith was supposed to be 135. She weighed in at 139.5. She has never weighed in less than 139.5 in the UFC.
Ooh.
So I wonder if she's gonna make weight for one, and for two, if she's gonna be okay if she does.
I'm gonna.
She even missed weight for the last fight with Macy at 146.5, so it was only half a pound, but still.
Yeah, that might be. She's not making weight, and she's just gonna ride out the decision when she's gonna take that. Like,
yeah.
But there we go. There's all of the fucking things of missed weight that I wasn't able to see with Nubby in my way. Yeah, it's not. But then again, I know it was 4 years ago in her UFC debut, but she did get finished in the first round by Megan Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
She getting punched up like that in the first round by Megan. GDR can go out there and fucking snipe your ass. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like, because that's why it just sucks, like, that she is 39 at this point, because obviously it's like that it's gonna get to the point where it doesn't, like, her skills and everything, she's just gonna be too old for it. But
She's
it's
gonna
like
be too slow. Yeah.
in her prime, like, she was knocking dudes out in kickboxing and shit like that, like,
Yeah.
legit knockout power on the women's end. Scare, like, Amanda Nunes, the fucking lioness, was like, I'm grappling with this motherfucker. Like, like, if she stood up in a consistent period at any point in her career with Jermaine, she's getting knocked the fuck out. And she knew it. And it's like, that's why it's MMA. But, like, GDR, man. Gotta love her. I mean, you don't have to. I understand it, but I love her. So let's fucking go.
The question for me to you is, she wins.
Yes.
Probably gets put at number 11, number 10.
Uh-huh.
Who does she fight next?
Oh, she's I feel like it's probably gonna be like, it's gotta be a big name. It's gotta be like a Misha Tate. It's gotta be a Holly Holm rematch. It's gotta be a fucking Kayla Harrison for a number 1 contender spot. Juliana or some, what I mean, like someone coming off like a title fight, like it's
Myra.
So I could see all these, but I'm also trying to think down the line. Think, all right, timeline's going to need time to recover from the weight cut. Hasn't made that weight cut in how long now? All right, think. What can you do?
You can I feel like if she gets a big win, she can easily be back in July. Like,
no, I know. That's what I mean, though. Like, but I was just thinking about it. I'm like, how about her versus Irene Aldana for the Sphere?
I mean, in all reality, I would love that. That would be such a good fucking fight. Like, that is great matchmaking. But it's just like in my head of what the UFC probably does. You know what I mean? I feel like it's got to be one of those. But that's entirely possible. That's honestly such a fucking good call on that. I love that fight so much.
Yeah, it's like, because I get what you're saying with all that, but like,
that makes me want to cry.
But like, you could easily like start that fight night card with Aldana and her, and then end it with Valentina Ingrosso, and it just kind of would fit that way. You can make that work, or make it the feature bout. Like, you can make that work in a lot of different ways.
Oh yeah,
it just all depends on who like the rest of the card's gonna be.
That's such a, that is like, if she wins this one, matchmake in terms of like, just step up, making sense, and like fun fight. It's easily the best one. There's no other fight that's better.
Irene also has not fought since she fought.
Yeah, she's Ketlin, right?
I was gonna say
Ketlin.
Carol.
Yeah, Carol Hosa, but that was still back in December. Like, so depending on when she's coming back, like, it may work, may not work, but I would love it if it could work out.
Did she have something booked recently? I feel like I have, I remember something with her recently in my head. Maybe not.
Don't remember.
We go through so many people and so many names, it'd be hard sometimes. But but not yet. That, I'm very excited for that fight. I just hope GDR can come back in good fashion, even at 39 years of age, because she is a frightening striker. Other than that, though, there ain't fucking shit on. This is a very Apex card. Like, there's nothing.
Like Court McGee versus Alex Morono could be a fun fight. It just all depends, but Court's he's kind of shot at this point. Like, his last fight, he got knocked out in the first round by Matt Brown.
Yeah.
Which rough. Matt Brown is still good, but he's also 43.
He's immortal, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so those are really all of the big fun things coming out of this UFC Apex card. Let's fucking go. Hopefully it's just one of those cards where it just overperforms compared to the names and like expectations going in. We get one fucking last decent fight card, and then we got fucking UFC 300. Honestly, I'll take a fucking curse this card to the fucking depths of hell to make UFC 300 fun. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's everyone I like on this card. I will take it. Just for good fights in 3. Not even the people I want to win on that card.
Nah, they gotta win. Well, I want.
The people I want to win gotta win.
Fuck you.
Armin's losing, Ginger.
I don't want Armin to win.
Of course you do.
I want Oliveira to win.
I've never heard you say that once before in my life. Moving on from this UFC Apex.
I also have never heard it.
This is what I'm saying. But we got some fight news. Boy, was I sad when the good old classic, us recording on a Wednesday, ready for a Friday upload, and then we get hit with boom, giant fight announcements. Absolutely
Like
huge.
literally right after we finished the podcast.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was terrible.
I think it was literally like 15, 30 minutes later. It was just like, oh, thanks, Dana.
Saudi Arabia, though, we got some of those fights for that card, and it's some good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Main event in that one, Robert Whittaker, Ginger's boy, Aussie, oi,
Oi.
taking on Khamzat Chimaev. The fight that I was not expecting at all. Whittaker has been the one consistently saying he doesn't care to fight Khamzat because he hasn't proven himself, he hasn't done anything, it doesn't do anything for him. But of course, the boy, the man of the people, he's going to take the fight that he has to in order to improve his position.
I was gonna say realistically, even though he's fighting down off of another win, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
It only helps
just,
his case,
it helps him. Like it just adds to the fucking record. It's like you
Well,
just beat
wasn't
who's
it-
supposed to be the scary guy, like undefeated and shit. You know, you just beat Paulo, so it's like, yeah, you lost to Dricus, but now you got 2 wins back. It's like it does help.
No, yeah. Like, cause it's like you said, Khamzat doesn't have the ranking, but like so many fighters recognize it's about names and star powers and stuff like that. So you be that first person to put that fucking 1 in the box of the L column for Khamzat Chimaev. That's big, man. That's
Yeah.
so fucking big.
And I think it's very, 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 very possible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've just seen it. Khamzat is easily not the same fighter after like the first round or two. Like it's just he slows down. It is what it is.
5-round main event.
Yeah.
Whittaker's been through a couple of those.
Yeah.
He's been through a couple wars.
Best in the
There are
world
5
so
rounds.
many times over.
So it's like if he survives round 1, half of round 2, he got it. And like
Yeah.
because especially like it all depends on also how Khamzat handles this. Like let's say Khamzat shoots on him and Whittaker defends. Is he just going to try to brawl it out like he did with Burns? Is he going to try again? Is Whittaker going to defend again? And then he's like, yeah, definitely. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
see, I feel like I'm gonna like I don't think it'll be as hard of a bailout for Khamzat. Like where just first takedown gets like stuffed and then he's just like fuck it, bail out, let's scrap. I feel like he'll probably try and do like the Kevin Holland thing where he's gonna chain wrestle a bit.
Yeah.
And if Whittaker's able to defend 2 and defend 3 and just like defend that progression and get back out to center, then that's when Khamzat might just be like, I have to be. Because I'm gonna fucking chain wrestle on someone that's just defending it and like just get nowhere and gas myself, like.
Yeah, like I said, like Kay was saying though, like I think it all depends on how the first one is defended. Because if it's able to be defended, and he's able to like shuck him off. It's like okay, yeah, no, because that's what Burns did. Like he wasn't like able to chain wrestle against it, so he had to stand.
Yeah,
because then it's also like, oh, I can't. He's better at defending than I thought. Now what's gonna happen? Especially with like a Burns, like what's gonna happen when I go to the ground with this guy?
Yeah. And I mean, he won't have that same worry with Whittaker, you know, but it's like, but getting there even is gonna be so much harder. Like,
yeah, but I mean, if he does get him down, then that's definitely scary for Whittaker.
Oh,
but that's why it's like if he can survive that, then I think he can get the decision over him for sure.
Yeah, because
I was about to say 83% takedown defense for Whittaker.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I mean, he's fought, Yoel Romero twice, Jacare, fucking Brunson. He's fought
Vittori.
So, but like, you know, he's not the best grappler, but like, just
no, but people
so
who are attempting, who are going to go for takedowns and try and take him down, like
and it's because that's the thing with Khamzat. Like, I know Usman took that short notice up a weight class and everything, but it's like I'm not sure if Khamzat gets Whittaker down like he did Usman round 1. I don't know if Whittaker will survive that and like just get 10-8 that round. You know what I mean? Like that might be really rough. He might just get subbed or punched out. It's
It could happen.
That's why I'm saying that it's like, it's a matter of him surviving at that point if he gets taken down. But yeah, if he survives, it's very possible that he takes Hamzat's. But Hamzat's always fucking horrifying in the first round. So
Yes.
Yeah. So excited. Cannot wait to see what fucking happens with that. That is for them not wanting to do a pay-per-view on the Saudi card and make it a fight night. A++ main event that like you couldn't have done better. Like it's because I know just kind of talking about maybe fucking Corey Umar, but this is so much better. This is way bigger of a fight. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Other fights announced on that card, but is this actually gonna happen? So when we did the fight news last time, we announced good old Volkov taking on Jailton Almeida, and then right after we said that was the fight, UFC announced Alexander Volkov versus Sergey Pavlovich, and then not too long after, I think it was the next day, both of them were like, oh yeah, we both got news of this fight with this announcement, and Volkov's like, I had a contract to fight Jailton that I signed. What? UFC doing UFC things.
Yeah, so who knows if that's happening.
Which it just fucking sucks because this is the one that I've fucking wanted for this division. Yeah. Oh, it's such a good fucking fight. Pavlovich was on his fucking run, just knocking out everyone, takes his one loss in his fucking streak to Tom. Needs a fucking bounce back fight. Volkov on his way back up to the top 3, just, heading up there. And it's like, dude's on a 3-fight winning streak, finishing everyone that he's fought there. So it's like, it's just perfect. And we may not get it. Absolutely sad. But if we do, that would be fucking awesome. Great co-main event for that card. Next one that got announced. It's a wacky one for sure. Volkan Oezdemir, no time, taking on Johnny Walker. That fight, the only thing I could say about that fight, it's probably going to end within 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's getting finished in the first.
Yeah.
Just ain't no way.
Volkan is way more technically, fundamentally sound than Johnny Walker in the striking. But dude does not really be moving his head too much or anything like that. And Johnny's just wacky all over the place. So he's always just kill or be killed. Never know what's going to happen. Let's fucking go.
It'll be a great fight while it lasts.
Hell yeah. What's also going to be a great fight? Motherfucking the Bullet. Or, no, I don't know why I always fucking... It's because people call him... I've heard him be called Shara Bullet.
That is his Instagram.
That's why. But Shara, he's motherfucking back, taking on Ihor Potieria.
His nickname is Bullet.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it is.
There we go. All right. I thought I was fucking up on that. No. Let's go. Bullet. He's back. I don't like Ihor. I just don't. So I really hope Shara fucks him up.
Why don't you like Ihor?
Because he's a piece of shit that fucking retired Shogun in his home country, a fucking asshole.
Right.
How dare he take that fight? How dare he act happy when he knocked him out and won?
So, while I understand your sentiment, Jimmy,
welcome.
It'd be extremely funny if Ihor's the one to win this fight. I'm not gonna lie.
Ihor's been knocked out multiple times. I'm sure it'll happen again.
Sure, I'm never gonna fight in the U.S.
Never.
So we'll get him once to twice a year, depending on what countries will accept him.
I was gonna say, and for anyone complaining now, it's not his fault. It is it's because of his eye. You know what I mean? Like, he's just not gonna get sanctioned to fight in a lot of spots, and U.S. especially. So like, we're not gonna see him very often. Yeah, it's like it's why Bisping hid his one eye. You know what I mean? Like, it's
hard to hide this.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy that he. He's a fucking striker, too. Yeah. Like, he's not even a grappler. Like, I can understand if you're a grappler. Like, I don't know. Like, there'd be times grappling, I just be fucking doing shit with my eyes closed because it just feels more comfortable. Like, it just, but, like, you can't fucking strike with one eye. That's crazy. But he can. It's fucking beautiful. Let's fucking go. Also on that card, Kelvin Gastelum. I'm going to assume that this is at 170 pounds. Trying it back again after his rough loss to Sean Brady. But he's taking on D-Rod, who I thought got cut from the UFC, but I guess he's back.
Same.
I don't know. He's a fun fighter. I was kind of sad when he got cut anyway, so I will gladly accept him back on the UFC roster.
37
I loved watching him fight.
Yeah, I didn't realize that he was that old already.
Yeah.
He's still fun, though. And, I mean, Kelvin should be able to win this one. But it's like...
Heavy emphasis on the should.
Yeah, because I don't know, man. He just did not look good against Sean Brady. Maybe the second weight cut, like, just be a bit more dialed in, used to it. And all of his pop and movement and fucking everything was just sucked from him in that fight. Like, it was... And, like, not even because of the grappling. It was just going into it. Like, it...
Yeah.
It was very sad to see.
Yeah, it was like the first minute. It was just like, oh, this isn't Kelvin.
Yeah.
I forgot Kelvin's not even 33 yet.
Yeah.
I know. It's so crazy. Absolutely insane. And just fighters progress at all different stages, But that does wrap up the Saudi fights. Let's fucking go. Main event for, I believe this was, St. Louis?
Yeah, St. Louis.
Let's go Derek Lewis, Rodrigo Nascimento. Not the most exciting fight, but Nascimento's been on a nice little roll, getting himself a number 15 rank in the heavyweight division. And it's motherfucking Derek Lewis. He's always there trying to knock people out from start to finish, so you could guarantee that. And it's just a good step up for Nascimento. If he beats him, that's a great fucking win to have on his record and move him up into the division, get a little bit of hype on him, but gotta hope for that big old Derek Lewis knockout. What?
I just went to the card. Does anyone else not remember Michael Johnson getting booked against Matt Frivola, or am I just crazy?
I remember that.
I remember that.
Okay, I'm crazy then.
Let's go. Ginger's insane. But yeah, so very solid main event. Let's fucking go. In this next one, I absolutely love it. I know so Kate loves it. Ginger absolutely hates it. I called him a fool for taking him in the draft again, and it's only continuing to play out as the months go for 2024. Mateus Nicolau was supposed to be taking on Manel Kape in a main event, I believe, April 27th?
Yep. Apex.
Kape is out, no longer fighting. So, hilariously... The one guy in that division with more canceled bouts than Manel Kape.
I mean, are we sure? Like, I feel like we got to count this shit at this point. Honestly.
I know Kape has like 8 or 9, and I'm almost positive Perez has like 11 or 12. It's a fucking stupid amount. It's crazy. But either way, Alex Perez, he's stepping in after his loss to Muhammad Makayev. He was supposed to be taking on Tagir Ulanbekov, but they said, fuck that, we need you for a main event. That's just how that shit goes. Poor Tagir losing his step up in the rankings.
Yeah.
But main event, I didn't think that fucking Mateus Nicolau Manel Kape was a main event. This shit sucks. This is 12?
Perez has 12.
Nasty. That sucks.
I'm still getting up there with him, though. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, give him another year. He'll be there.
7.
7, yeah.
8.
He's 5 off.
Wait.
It's
9. 9.
He's at Kape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
9 canceled fights in the UFC.
Oh, yeah. 3 off. He'll
close.
be there. But yeah, so hopefully it's at least ends up being a fun fight. I don't know. It's just funny that Manel Kape's out. But
and that Alex Perez, of all people, steps in.
Exactly.
Where's Muhammad Makayev?
What do you mean?
Nah, it was just same timeline. When did Makayev jump in?
Probably because it's only about 2 weeks out from the end of Ramadan.
Fair.
Yeah. I think he's trying to get a fight with Royval. So it's like, he's looking for bigger fish. But
he's gonna end up getting Kai.
It's still a great fight. That'd be good. That'd be very hard for him. But the last little thing to bring up, it's not an official fight, but it's a rumored fight, and it does make a lot of sense. DDP versus Izzy, targeted for UFC 305 in Perth. Just so funny that Dricus is just like, this is going to fucking South Africa, UFC Africa, we're taking it. And it's like, It's like, come on, Drakus. If they had Francis, Usman, and Izzy as champs, and they weren't able to force their hand to Africa, your fucking ass ain't doing it.
Yeah.
You're going to Australia, and you're fighting Izzy.
Yep. I was about to say, Drakus, I'm sorry, you're probably never going to have a home court game.
No. No, not at all. It's just, yeah, I don't know. The UFC, they just like to wait for the perfect time to like do everything and certain things to just get like the most out of it. So it's like if they feel like they can wait to set things up in the right way for that market, you know what I mean, to just have like a bigger event, they'll fucking sit on that for as long as they want.
I'm just wondering what they're trying to set up. Like at this point, it's like,
who knows, man. UFC, they work in mysterious ways, but at the end of the day, they're the best in the business. You know what I mean? Only ones making a shit ton of money out here. So,
I mean, you're not wrong on that one.
But that is all of the things to talk about. I think we've gotten into enough shit for this podcast. Let's fucking go. I hope everyone enjoyed this one. I hope everyone enjoys all of these fight cards. PFL 1, UFC, hell yeah. We'll catch you on the preview. Or the review, sorry. We'll probably have a lot of shit to talk about then because it's like all the good shit that happens from all of this. So
Yeah.
The shit will have happened.
Yeah, so
we'll have more opinions on it.
let's fucking go. We'll see how that goes. We'll catch you all then, everyone. Peace.